Good morning, Grady Latrobe. From the WCAT-TV studios, I'm your host, Luke Hamady. Wildcat is now accepting applications to become members and associate members. Students in grades 10 and 11 can check their emails for more information and to complete the application. All applications are due on Monday, March 29th. If you are interested in playing cards or board games in the morning, come to Mr. Brandt's room, S206, tomorrow morning to play some games with other students. March is Bus Evacuation Month. Here's reporter Kaden Mulroy with some important bus safety information.
It's a normal day and you're riding the bus, and there's an emergency. What do? Pennsylvania requires in the beginning of the school year and in March that bus drivers bring awareness to proper evacuation on the bus. This gives bus drivers a chance to explain where all the emergency exits are, how they work, and where the emergency first aid kit is. The students are also taught how to work the radio in case the bus driver is incapacitated.
During a proper evacuation drill, students would be instructed to exit the bus in the quickest means possible, and the bus is equipped with actually 8 exits. Okay, so here behind me we have an emergency exit where you would exit the door in the back of the bus. Now this exit is a little bit higher, so we ask for student volunteers that the driver assigns during the first part of the school year. They're usually the first people out of the bus, and then they stand on each side of the door to assist the other students whenever they jump out. In a real dire emergency, we have exits, 4 exits on each side of the bus, where these windows actually open fully and students could exit out the sides of the bus. There's actually 2 roof hatches in a bus. So if in a real bad circumstance, if a bus would be on its side or something, you could actually open these roof hatches and exit out through the roof of the bus as well. Part of our emergency evacuation procedure drills, the driver speaks to the students and lets them know what equipment is actually on the bus that could be used in a time of an emergency. Some of that equipment is located towards the front. We have an emergency first aid kit here. And then on this side of the bus we have the actual radio. The driver lets the students know how to operate the radio so that in event of emergency, a student may be able to make a call. There's also actually a crowbar on the bus that could be used for prying things in case of an evacuation. The driver lets the students know where that is and how to use that as well. One of the other things is a fire extinguisher. Every school bus that's equipped with a fire extinguisher, and the students are also made aware of where that's located and how that's used during an evacuation procedure.
It's always good to be prepared. Reporting from WCAT-TV News, I'm reporter Kaden Mulroy.
Thanks, Kaden. We go to Andy Duda for the three-day forecast.
Good morning, Wildcats. Time for your local weather report. Today will bring us sunny skies with a high of 63 and low of 34. Tuesday should have partly cloudy skies with a high of 63 and low of 45. And Wednesday should give us a high of 63 with a low of 46 with a chance of rain. That's all for the weather. Thanks, and back to you.
Wondering what's on the menu for today? Here is Scott DeMalta with What's Cooking.
What's cooking, Latrobe? In the main line, there will be hot Italian hoagies with crispy crinkle fries and green beans. As usual, there is also a choice of a hamburger, cheeseburger, or chicken patty. In the pizza line, there will be a choice of cheese or pepperoni pizza, or you can pick up Bosco sticks. At the grab-and-go bar, there will be fresh salads, deli hoagies, beef vegetable soup, and green beans to choose from. That's what's cooking. Back to you.
Thanks, Guy. Now here is Brendan Campbell with the Wildcat Sports Report.
Thanks, Luke. The boys varsity tennis team has a home match today against Penn Trafford at 3:30, and the girls softball team is also home for a scrimmage against York at 6 o'clock. That's all for Wildcat Sports Report. Here's Ben Hamady with what is happening in national sports.
In national sports news, the NCAA men's basketball tournament continues tonight with the second round wrapping up. After an exciting 3 days of basketball, teams will look to advance to the Sweet 16 this upcoming weekend. Moving to the NHL, there will be 10 games played tonight, including a key divisional matchup between the Islanders and Flyers at 7 p.m. Lastly, for you NBA fans, there will be 8 games played tonight, with the Hawks and Clippers set to play at 10 p.m. That's all for national sports. Back to you.
We go now to Kaden Mulroy with Wildcat World News.
Good morning, Wildcats.
All major delivery companies are starting to replace their gas-powered fleets with electric low-emission vehicles, and FedEx has pledged to replace 100% of its pickup and delivery vehicles with battery-powered vehicles by 2040. And the Biden administration is directing $10 billion of the stimulus check to go to schools to help with COVID-19 testing and to get children back into classrooms. That's all for Wildcat World News. Now here's Sophia Surge with entertainment news.
Today in entertainment news, Zack Snyder's Justice League is now streaming on HBO Max. 4 years after Joss Whedon's version hit theaters, Zack Snyder's long-awaited director's cut of Justice League finally dropped on HBO Max, and there are some major differences. Snyder, the original director, left the project after his daughter's death, so the project was given to Whedon. He reshot about 75% of the movie, and it was deemed a failure. Angry fans demanded to see Snyder's original cut of the movie, and 4 years later, they finally got it. That's all for entertainment news. Thanks, and back to you guys.
Thanks for tuning in into this edition of WCAT TV News. Have a great day, Latrobe.